What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is game number 3 between ProdiGY and Lalush. Down here in the 6 o'clock spawn location, we've got ProdiGY as our Red Terran player, and up in the 12 o'clock spawn location is Lalush as the Blue Zerg player. Yes, this is game 3. This time we're here on the Shattered Temple. Right now, Lalush is up 2-0 against ProdiGY. You know, ProdiGY, resilient as he was the last game with that methodical tank push towards the center of the map, he was just not able to get past Lalush's continuous, relentless assault, and that was just too much for him to handle. Relentless Assault. You guys remember that? Any of you play Magic the Gathering? That was an awesome Magic the Gathering card, if you did play. If not, then you must think I'm a huge nerd, but you know what? You're on YouTube watching StarCraft videos, so you're a nerd too, and it's okay. Nerd love. Not really. Creepy. So ProdiGY appears to be coming out actually with a 10 depot 12 racks. I'm just making that decision that that's what's happening based on his rally point once that SCV does finish that supply depot right there. Also scouting the edge of his base around 130, checking for an Overlord. Probably should have scouted a little bit earlier because you can see at 130 the Overlord's pretty much sitting over that command center. So a little bit of an earlier scout on that is probably necessary. ProdiGY, you're just a wee bit late, my friend. There's that rack, and we do want to keep an eye to see if there's going to be a 13 refinery or not. So far, I'm not seeing anything. Very, very interesting. Oh, 2 racks opening. There it is. There it is, my friends. 2 racks opening from ProdiGY. We will be seeing some early marine bunker pressure from him, and we'll have to see how Lalush is able to defend against it. Now, he has come out with that 15 hatch. Will be a little while longer until he even starts that spawning pool, so you can see right now this first racks is up, and that's going to start churning out that marine very, very, very shortly, and that pressure will be coming very soon here from ProdiGY. Spawning pool now just started here. I am hoping to see a second supply depot, but I guess it doesn't really matter because, you know, by the time Lalush even gets here to scout this out, there's that second depot though to finish that wall off. We should be seeing this actually lift off and drop to the low ground, allowing the Marines to kind of stream out there from the front and then being a little bit closer here. And there it is, lifting off, dropping to the low ground. Then we'll be seeing Marines in production very, very shortly after that out of that racks. And here it comes, guys. Marine bunker pressure here from ProdiGY. And once more, let's see how Lalush is able to respond. Major concern is that he has no scouting over here around there. And there's that first bunker, and he has no idea about it. Not a clue. The drone pulling back there is going to spot it, but that is going to be a little bit late. This should be able to get up. I think it's going to be able to get up. We only have 1 Marine here, though, and actually, here we go, full drone surround. We'll be making things a little bit difficult. Let's see how ProdiGY responds to this. This SCV is just going to die. He just lets that die. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. That was very unnecessary. He's got 6 more links coming out here for Lalush, some at that natural expansion, some in the main, and the drone's pushing on down, and those Marines are going to get taken out, I think, as the Zerglings there, plus those drones pull down. I mean, this is a lot of time for Lalush where his drones are just not mining, and that is certainly a major concern. And it looks like that bunker did get up. 2 Marines going to be trying to move on down to Mayo. SCV gets taken out, and that bunker just getting salvaged. That was a botched attempt there by ProdiGY. Very, very unfortunate situation. My major issue with that entire thing, you know, for ProdiGY there was that SCV should not have just died. When you're building a bunker, if you are under assailment there by drones, unless you have an immediate SCV to pick something up, you should just be pulling the SCV off of that bunker. That's what you're going to see a lot of players do. Something that I see also that's very popular is to bring 2 SCVs right away and get a double bunker placement and hide Marines right in the center of it. That's something that you also see, and that can be very effective. But basically, you just hit the stop command, or you hit T, and that pulls the SCV off, and you can path him through the drones by clicking on a resource patch so that he's safe and doesn't get surrounded and kind of glitch out. And then just as soon as your Marines come, you pick it up and start rebuilding. But again, that didn't happen, unfortunately, there. So ProdiGY's back home with all his Marines. Managed to not do a lot of damage and take some pretty hefty losses in the meantime. And yeah, I'm concerned. The biggest thing I will say, though, is that ProdiGY does have the distinct advantage of having all those drones away from the line for so long. There were so many drones chasing Marines about to this point, almost the center of the map. So that's a lot of mining downtime and a lot of minerals and resources that Lalush ended up missing out on. So that's kind of the one thing to keep in mind there. that there is a slight advantage for ProdiGY in that fact. Now we're going to have a Speedling down here. Metabolic Boost is now finished. And we got a hefty amount of Marines, though. What? Where's the expansion? Oh, ProdiGY. What is going on? I fully expected an expansion follow-up. I didn't even check. But there's like a million racks here. And ProdiGY is not expanding, and he is staying on one base. And he is pushing out with a huge Marine force. This is crazy. This is so all-in-y right now. He is just stuck on one base. He's still coming out with SCVs, though. So we may be seeing some SCVs pull down with the push here as well. Now we got a Baneling Nest coming out here for Lalush, and let's see what happens as ProdiGY pushes forward. He's dropping a scan, and this is a hefty Marine push coming out here for ProdiGY right now. We'll be trying to drop this Spine Crawler, and he's getting ever closer. Lalush saving up some energy, though. Should shortly have enough to transfuse. Oh, no, he's going to actually use up that energy on Larva Injection. He doesn't care to transfuse that Spine. He's feeling pretty safe here, but again, ProdiGY is not transitioning at all. There's no sound. Two Starports coming out. This is the most all-in one-base play I've ever seen. ProdiGY refuses to expand. He wants to win the game within the next 5 minutes. There's no question about that. We got a couple Speedlings moving down. We'll actually be trying to cut back some reinforcements. Should get a full surround here on this group of Marines and take them out. So we got a little bit of a batch of Marines over here. That's actually a fair amount, but here comes some Banelings. 4 Banelings coming out. These Marines should be dropping that Spine pretty quickly. Speedlings trying to counterattack. ProdiGY finally able to get that wall off up. They, oh no, that gets taken down. Spine gets taken down. Here come the Banelings. Trying to move up on those Marines. Nice Marine splitting, though. He's still got a small amount left. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, though. It's a little bit of remaining Speedlings as well. Some drones move down with those Queens. There's a full surround. Marines are gone. ProdiGY still on one base. We'll just be churning out some more Marines here, and he's staying in this game. We got 2 Tech Labs coming out here for ProdiGY. We might be seeing a Baneling bust here, and actually a couple of Banelings down here. Needs to be careful, though. Nice Marine split there by ProdiGY, but some Speedlings making things a little more difficult. There it is, mopping up the rest of those Marines. What does ProdiGY have right now? ProdiGY has got 27 SCVs. That's it. Now, he does obviously have a bunch of stuff in production to get some more Marines just popping. We do have a couple Starports getting dropped here. We will be seeing, actually, he's preparing to deal with that Baneling bust. This is hilarious. What is ProdiGY doing? You're so crazy, ProdiGY. This is unbelievable. Still on one base. Moving over some of these racks, he wants to make sure that he is well defended against this Baneling bust that is about to happen. So here go the Banelings moving forward. And he's going to be able to get through that depot, but won't break through those racks. There's just way too much HP on those. Very close to actually getting through this, though. And he pops it. Is there enough room to make it in? Or no, they are still fully walled off as that Rax is hunkered right up close there to this one. So unable to make his way on through. He's going to need more and more Banelings. Now here come those Cloak Banshees. And let's see what Lalush is doing. Lalush has got an evolution chamber coming out, and he hasn't worked his way up into layer tech because he has spent so much Vespene there on these Banelings early on in the game. A couple more Queens coming out. I think he knows obviously at this point, okay, there's no expansion. ProdiGY is not expanded, and so he must be trying something else, and he's just assuming that it is going to be Cloak Banshees, and there it is. First 2 Banshees showing up here for ProdiGY, making its way, and actually target firing down this one Queen, and he gets it. 1 Queen down. We got 1 more Queen in production. All of a sudden, Lalush is a little concerned. Now he's got 2 Spores coming out. Let me see another Transfuse get dropped down. Speedling scouting over here just to see when and if that expansion comes up. And here we go. ProdiGY moving in here with that 1 Banshee. 2 more Banshees also making their way across the map over here. Banshee taking a little bit of fire. There's that Cloak research. So this Queen gets taken out. There's no Cloak detection. He does not have layer tech. You got to keep that in mind. No layer tech whatsoever. So he's relying on these Spore Crawlers for Cloak detection. All of a sudden, ProdiGY has an opportunity to do some damage. No, getting too close there to the Spore. 1 gets dropped. Second one getting very close to drop. ProdiGY finally able to get out of the range of that. Lalush will be absolutely relying on these Spores. He's finally trying to come out with this layer tech here. This Queen gets taken out. Spore gets the final shot, though, on that Banshee. And another Spore over there trying to help protect. Just this 1 Banshee. 2 more coming out, though. No follow-up expansion still. He's still on 1 base, just massing things up. Couple of Marines getting ready to push on out. We got a lot of Banelings about to finish creating over there. A couple of Speedlings about to walk into all those Marines, pulling back. Where are those Banshees and what are they doing? We still have this 1 Cloak Banshee over here, another Cloak Banshee making its way over that way. Marines spreading out. Banelings coming out the backside. We get some Speedlings over here. This engagement could go very well here for Lalush. Banelings hitting the backside there of those Marines. And some more Banelings moving over here. We're seeing a decent Marine split, but there should be too many Banelings here for those Marines to deal with. And there we go, only one Marine is left. Got a Banshee over here. It's just these two right now. Is it just those two? Yes, it is. Two more Banshees coming out. Again, ProdiGy's not. This is it. This is it for ProdiGy. He's staying on this one base for this entire game, however much longer it is going to last. Now we're finally seeing that layer come into play. Hydra Den is coming out here as well. Now once Lalush has that, he should finally be all set. Lalush obviously is in a strong position right now. Even though ProdiGy has been pretty relentless here and is continuously kind of just pounding away and sending his Banshees, his Cloak Banshees, to try to do their work, I don't really see how Lalush can lose this game. He's got nice mining going on. He's got two bases running. Now these Banshees moving down, though, doing what they can. Queens hitting from both sides. That Cloak gets dropped, though. Finally, we will be seeing an Overseer come into play. It would be interesting to see if ProdiGy decides to come out with some Vikings after these two Banshees pop. Another Queen gets taken out, getting too close to the Spore Zone. Forced to push back, finally. 5 Hydras, and now is the time where Lalush is going to finally be able to defend himself. A couple Marines trying to move on down there. Nice creep spread. Actually, here we go. Finally, ProdiGy's like, yeah, maybe I'll get an expansion. What is it, 15 minutes game time? Yeah, I'll think about an expansion. Very smart here, ProdiGy, in taking out those extractors, as that is exactly what Lalush does not want to happen there, because he needs that Vespian to come out with these Hydras. He absolutely needs it. And there we go. Hydra's finally moving down. Seeing a little bit of micro, though, trying to take advantage of that range. Finally, though, with that Overseer in play, he can deal with these Cloak Banshees. All these Banshees getting pushed back right now. We got a couple Speedlings over here. Banshees engaging those, though, stopping them from doing much. Creep spread still taking place, and actually, ProdiGy doesn't even have a response to that yet. I don't even think he's got... How many Marines is he? He does. He's got no Marine. He can't do it. He's got nothing to kill this. We got 5 Marines, though, about to pop, and that will finally be able to go on down, kill this Overlord, and stop that creep spread from going on any longer. And there are now so many Banshees. 8 Banshees in play. 2 Ravens coming out here as well. Lalush, is he going to move on to a... I want to see him move on to a 3rd. I think that's what he needs right now. If he can take a 3rd, then he should be able to continue to maintain a lead. Now, again, all right, Lalush looks behind, but the biggest thing I'm really thinking about here is the income, and the fact that Lalush is so far ahead in income, and that he's got 2 mining bases, and where we can see right here, the only reason ProdiGy's moving over is because he's pretty much mined out, and he still can't even drop this yet. Now we're gonna be seeing a full wall off here as ProdiGy attempts to protect himself against any possible attacks. And look at this Banshee over here. This is the most ridiculous game I've ever seen. Game number 2 and this game right here, just absolutely absurd. Like, what is going on? We're 17 minutes game time. There's mass Banshees in play in this TVZ. This is unreal. Banshees moving down, dropping a scan, killing off those creep tumors, stopping the spread of that creep. Might be seeing another scan. Yeah, there we go. Finally, I should be seeing a scan sometime soon, as those have the energy. And what is going on here? Banshee's gonna be doing something. Those Ravens in play, although those are nowhere to be seen right now. He's just going to be relying on those Banshees. Ravens as defense. Biggest thing that these are here for, point defense drones. He wants point defense drones to help deal with those Hydras that he saw there from Lalush. And Lalush still not moving to his 3rd. There we go, finally working down these rocks here with these Hydras. And with that, he'll be able to go ahead and take his 3rd base, and actually planning to take this high yield expansion. Now that he's got the tech, and now that he's got a fair amount of anti-air in play, he's feeling confident enough to actually push out and take those expansions. And that's good. That's what I've been waiting for here from Lalush. I can't wait till you guys watch this game. You see it right now, you're watching it. I record this like a day or 2 ahead of time. This is just crazy. I don't even know what's going on. So, mass Banshees right now here from ProdiGy. A couple of Ravens following right behind him, and he's getting ready right now for this big engagement as he plans to drop these point defense drones and protect these Banshees. And there they are. Point defense drones get dropped, and all of a sudden those Banshees are a huge threat. Pulling back, though, out of the range of those point defense drones. ProdiGy needs to be careful not to go too far ahead, and there's no more energy on those PDDs left. So that is going to let those Hydras push back, but off creep Hydras are terrible. Again, just within range, though, able to try to snipe down a few of these Banshees, and they're thinning up the numbers, but those Hydra numbers are getting very small as well. Down to 2 Hydras. First 2 Banshees. 2 Hydras versus 2 Banshees, but just enough life. Got a couple Queens moving down here to try to help. Overseer close enough. Ooh, what is he chasing? No. You should have been spending that whole time attacking something. Unfortunately, though, he was in hot pursuit, and ended up taking some losses there. We saw an attempted counterattack there. ProdiGy, though, with that full wall off, is nice and safe. Looks like this Rax will be taken out, though. However, Lalush is expanding. He has got his 3rd base coming out. Those rocks are very near destruction, so he could take that out sometime soon. He's dealing with some Banshee harasso in the backside and actually going straight for this infestation pit. And there's nothing right now that Lalush can do about that. He loses his infestation pit. Let's see if he actually comes out with another one. Did he manage to get any infestors in play? No, he did not. He was not able to get any infestors in play. And that Banshee gets taken out. There are just 2 left. And they're actually right over here, and we'll be heading their way back home. And this game, just crazy. All right, so Lalush is behind in terms of the resources lost, but once more, we have to take a look at the income and how important that is, and he is ahead at the moment. Now, ProdiGY will be attempting to move on over into this expansion. He's actually also coming out with some more starports. He intends to stick here with this starport heavy play. He's really liking this Banshee Raven play, even though he's just lost almost all of his Banshees. He's going to be moving out right now with the 4 that he has. More and more Hydras coming out, rebuilding that infestation pit right there, just in a little bit of a safer position. He's also getting ready to take this high yield. Now, the 3rd base is popping in just a moment, and once that happens, the Lalush should see a big jump in income as he's a little bit overly saturated here. Actually, no, he's perfectly saturated there. Good job. He's got a little bit too much actually going on over here, so we should be able to spread this out a little bit, and then all of a sudden we're going to see a jump in his income, especially also when he takes that high yield expansion. Lots and lots of Hydras pushing down, killing off that 1 Banshee, and then forcing the rest back. And we've got a lot of Marines coming out over here from ProdiGY. Still no upgrades for them though. No combat shield, no weapons or armor upgrades, and no stim pack, but they can still do a lot of damage. Cloak getting dropped. Marines moving forward as well to try to help with these Banshees, but here come the Banelings to deal with those Marines. They are quickly mopped up. Hydras moving down. We'll be working through the rest of those Marines. And the Banshees, there are just too few of them. Overseer doesn't get dropped by the Marines, so he can still detect those Banshees. And again, they're not doing much of anything. We'll be trying to move on over here. We're going to see Lalush do what he can to spread that creep. It's going to be necessary as he's playing Banshee heavy to try to deal. He's playing Hydra heavy to try to deal with all these Banshees. He is going to need that creep because Hydras are just so awful off of creep. We're actually going to see this Banshee try to push on down here. Now, again, we do have 1 Spore Crawler plus this Queen. I think he might be okay. Spore Crawler gets a shot off. He gets a 2nd shot off and a 3rd. Bit of miss micro there from ProdiGY. He's actually going to force him back. He just does not have what he needs to take that out. And there we go. Banshee finally gets taken out. Whew, what is going on? Now we've got a 3rd base here for ProdiGY. His main is completely mined out, which is pretty much the same case over here for Lalush. He's got 2 patches now, down to just the 1 patch, only 75 minerals left on that. But we have Lalush here at a high yield expansion plus this base over here. He's got a couple extractors coming out as well. And naturally, what's next? Oh, battle cruisers. 2 battle cruisers coming out right now for ProdiGY out of these 2 starports. That's what I expected, really. Two battle cruisers coming out here for ProdiGY. We got some Speedlings working down these back rocks as he's going to attempt to push on into this 3rd base of ProdiGY. With that, he should be able to do quite a bit of damage. Beanlings and Hydras coming out through the center of the map. I'm still baffled. This game should have been over so long ago. It's just unbelievable what's going on. We've got 2 more battle cruisers coming out, again, naturally. 2 more battle cruisers in production right now, and that's pretty much it. So ProdiGY just sticking with air this game. He says, I like my air fleet. I will be going with a strong air fleet. Screw bio, screw marine tank, even though it's so good against Turk. He goes Banshee Raven into battle cruiser. That's what ProdiGY does. And another expansion coming out, and all of a sudden, Lalush given the breathing room, now that he finally has reached that breaking point of having just enough to be able to defend against any possible further Banshee harass, he's feeling confident to spread that creep, take a bit of map control. He's got that center map control at the Zelnaga Tower. He's broken down these rocks. He's just about ready to nail this expansion. And he's also moving out with another expo, so he'll be sitting on a total of 5 bases once this is up here. And here comes that massive force. Lots of Hydras, few Infestors, 1 Queen even trying to make the trek across the map. A couple Spore Crawlers trying to help deal with any Banshees and maybe push out. There's the Speedling counterattack moving on in. Killing off 8 workers so far. We're going to continue to try to work down the numbers. And there it is. Hey, battle cruisers. What the heck? It's pretty much what Lalush is saying right now. He's like, wow, there's battle cruisers on the map. Okay, so that's interesting. Now, as a result, immediately coming out with that neural parasite research. Look at that. It's immediately after spawning that, deciding I'd like to take control of those things. But, you know, still, what's so important in this game is always going to be income. And if you can mess up your opponent's income, you're in a good spot. And there's the fungal growth and a second fungal growth with all these Hydras moving forward. We'll have no problem taking out this expo. As slow as Hydralisk are, battle cruisers are equally slow. They take quite a while. Now, they did receive a speed boost not too long ago, but still, it takes them quite a while to actually respond to situations. But here comes the battle cruiser push. That's expected. Speedling's moving down over here, going to be taking out some SCVs, and yet again, ProdiGY is going to be in this position of not having an income whatsoever. Just like in Game 1, we saw ProdiGY push out across the map, and then a counterattack from Lalush just demolished ProdiGY's expansion. That exact same thing is happening right now. All of the income is pretty much done right now for ProdiGY. He's got no mining going on whatsoever. We still have a lot of mining from Lalush. Lalush will be able to take advantage of those resources to build him an army, but these battle cruisers, these are scary. Make no question about that. This is a scary push that we're seeing here. We have a lot of Hydras, though, over here for Lalush, and Lalush is going to take advantage of the fact that the battle cruisers, and which is pretty much all of the force of ProdiGY, is all the way across the map. So battle cruisers now go. No, they're going to take out this infestation pit before it finishes. Neural Parasite. Are you serious? Are you serious? Did that really just happen? Neural Parasite is not available. Just barely took out that infestation pit before Neural Parasite finished. That is hilarious that actually happened, and ProdiGY all of a sudden stands a chance here. There's a lot of Hydras, though, and a lot of fungal growths to be laid down, even without that Neural Parasite. I don't think Lalush is necessarily out of it, and here comes the push. There it is, huge fungal growths, dropping down some infested Terrans. The Hydras working through the rest of the count here. We're going to see some point defense drones, but those get quickly worked through, and finally taken out. What a series. This is nuts. Lalush goes 3-0 in what was possibly one of the weirdest StarCraft 2 series I have ever commentated. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was just a little bit off the wall, I'd have to say. And that is it, guys. 3-0 there for Lalush. Game number 3, just being crazy with Banshee and Battlecruiser play. I don't even know what to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this commentary in this set of games. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. Helps me out so much. Thanks again, guys. Keep watching and keep owning. Battlecruisers? Serious? Unbelievable.